6 ways to completely break the Mommy Longlegs chase scene in Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. So the chase scene at the end of Chapter 2 is kinda broken. When the developers made this scene, they made it very linear. And what I mean by that is, basically, they thought the player would only do one thing and one thing only: run away from Mommy Longlegs. And because of that, they didn't really test a whole lot of things, and it's very, very easy to break this chase scene. And the results are actually pretty comical. I hope you enjoy. So these 6 ways to break Mommy Longlegs are going to give you some extra free time since she won't be chasing you. And with that free time, you can be playing Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of today's video. Raid Shadow Legends, the RPG for mobile and desktop, lets you organize teams of champions in millions of possible ways to take on giant bosses, dungeons, story mode, and other players in PvP. There's hundreds of artifacts you can equip and over 600 different champions you can master. And speaking of champions, Jintaro and Cleopteryx are 2 favorite of mine. Jintaro just keeps attacking the same enemy over and over. After 4 attacks though, he'll hit 5 times at once doing massive damage. Cleopteryx is a powerful attack champion with strong debuffs, area of effect attacks, and a handy counterattack. She's super helpful. I think what I've always enjoyed about Raid is just a crazy amount of characters that you can organize on your team. I've always liked strategizing, and there's plenty to strategize about. Raid's currently running a special Deliana Chase event where new and existing players can get their hands on Deliana, a brand new legendary High Elf champion. She's super powerful. Just log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and July 20th, and you'll get Deliana for free. And for new players, be sure to use promo code MyDeliana before July 20th to get 50 XP brews to max Deliana to level 50. Hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen, and new players also get a free champion Vergis, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. These awards will be available in your inbox for the next 30 days. And a big thanks to Raid for sponsoring this video and supporting me as a YouTuber. Okay, time to break the Mommy Longlegs chase. So, the chase scene I'm referring to is the one where you pull that final lever, you run through the sewers, you go up the little grapple thing, and then you eventually make it to the grinder. That stretch has 6 different ways you can break this. So let's start with number 1. So the first one is the lever itself. Now, you see people pull this lever halfway down the hallway to get a head start on Mommy Longlegs, but a lot of people are always thinking, I want to get away from Mommy. I want to get as far ahead as possible. And kind of none of that matters in this chase scene because Mommy Longlegs dynamically loads anytime you go through key areas in the chase. So she's constantly unloading and loading behind you, and it's very buggy if you look at her when it happens. But the first time we can break this, we can actually just go behind the lever and pull the lever. And as we're sitting on this gear, we will see Mommy Longlegs crawl out of the darkness, look at us, and then run by us down the bridge. Now the problem with this is we can start to follow her, but we will get jump scared. And not because we got hit by Mommy Longlegs. It's because the developers made a failsafe, so if a certain amount of time passes, or if the player is not in front of Mommy Longlegs, then there is an instant jump scare. But you can totally just break this by having her run past you, and it's really, really funny. But it's actually number 2 on this list, which is actually most interesting. So, we're going to pull the lever, and when we run through this hallway, there is a door that lights up we're supposed to run through. And as soon as we get through this door, it closes behind us. However, this door is actually the loading zone for Mommy and everything that took place before that door. So you can open the door, step halfway through it, and Mommy Longlegs will instantly unload right in front of your eyes, along with the landslide that just occurred. So there was those rocks that just fell, right? Well, you can just be looking at them and they totally just disappear. And what this allows us to do then is exit this room, and we can go all the way back down the original route now. The problem is the final door, which leads to the end of this chase, is sealed by a spider web. However, I would not be surprised if speedrunners figure out a way to warp past this, because there's lots of objects they can grab in the previous room, and all those could be pushed up against this door and potentially push the player through this single barrier, which is this shield of web. So let's go back the other way now. Mommy Longlegs, the one that was chasing us, is unloaded. But if we go back to that bridge where we ran across, we can actually see Mommy Longlegs stretching her hand out from down below, just looking up at us. It's really, really creepy. Normally, we can't sit here and look at this because we will get killed by the other Mommy Longlegs. But basically, there's no rush now. There's nothing that's gonna kill us here, so we can linger in here forever. So the third one on this list is kind of like an honorable mention, because I know this concept will work, but I had the timing wrong. So basically the idea is when you run through that door and you jump down below, typically Mommy Longlegs comes out of the sewer grating and starts running towards you as you go into the sewers itself. Now, the idea is this. you take your hands, you grab an object in the hallway before the door, and when the door shuts, it pins your hands against the door. So the object is on the other side of the door, and now you try backing off down below, and if the distance is correct, you should suspend yourself in midair, floating above Mommy Longlegs. And this in turn will trigger her coming out of the sewers and then running into the sewers. And this should make you avoid her. And this is going to lead us to number 4 because both these are in the same room. So number 4, the fourth way to break her is much easier than the method I just described. So all you have to do is fall down below where she comes out and just crouch in the corner. She will run up to you and turn into the sewer and completely bypass you. However, again, like I talked about earlier, there are fail-safes in place and the game checks if a certain amount of time has passed or if you're behind Mommy Longlegs in this area. And so we will get jump scared the second she tries going into the actual sewers. And getting auto jump scared is cheap. I don't know, I don't really like it, and it kind of ruins all these. However, this is the end of that, because these next 2 methods have no auto jump scares, and they do break it quite a lot. So number 5 actually has us going through the sewer section. Now at the end of the sewers, there's a handle in the ceiling, and you need to grab it and pull yourself up to escape Mommy Longlegs. But the thing is, we can use this same handle to dodge her as well. So all you have to do is ride this up top, then turn around and grab it again. Now within your hand, use back off the cliff in front of you. Your hand will hold onto the handle and you'll be suspended in midair. Mommy Longlegs will run to the edge and then turn and then proceed down her normal route. Remember, no matter what you do, she only moves from point A to point B. She actually doesn't care where you're at. It's not really a intelligent chase. It's more like, hey, if you're in her way, you will die. But if you get out of her way, well, she'll just run by. So we can then pull herself up, and now she's gone from this area, and we can go back into the sewers now. There is a hand of Mommy Longlegs right by the sewer entrance. Now, this hand doesn't hurt us. We can actually jump at it and kind of mess with it, and it keeps flopping around every time we touch it, so that's kind of funny. But if we go back to the other 2 hands, we'll see that they are unloaded, and behind them is just a black void. Now, neither of these areas we can go down. Both of these sewers that used to have hands actually have invisible barriers that prevent us from going down it. So even though there's nothing stopping us, we can't move forward. However, there's no threat now, and we can kind of just chill here as long as we want. But all of this leads us to number 6. And number 6 is incredibly broken. So the final one takes place in the final section of this chase, right before we defeat Mommy Longlegs. And this one is so dumb. All you have to do is go down the hallway, trigger the blue hand switch, and when you touch that switch, Mommy Longlegs is going to come out of the tunnel on the back and start running towards you. And so all you do is run towards her, and the way they made this hallway is normally you're not supposed to be able to get around her. However, they made a mistake, because they added doorways that you can't go down. And these doorways give enough floor space to literally just stand there and Mommy Longlegs will run right by you. It's really, really funny. And it also goes to show that Mommy Longlegs as a character is designed to pace out the player. Because as we stand here, she just slows down. She slows to a crawl, walks past us, and then takes off through the metal door, mind you. The door's not open, she just runs straight through it. And then she kills herself. She runs straight to the grinder and kills herself. Now, you've seen in another video that there are 2 Mommy Longlegs in this section. And this first one dies using the old animation. And as we peek into the room, we can see she's dying that way. But now there's no threat. There's no one coming after us. So we can enter this room and slowly start moving to the left. And as we do, another Mommy Longlegs is going to spawn. Heck, if we wanted to, we could actually trigger the grinder from outside the room. We could hit the switch from outside the room and start it so that when we go back to this position where we're slowly moving to the left, as soon as we touch it, Mommy Longlegs will die. She comes rushing in, and she actually pushed me into the machine, and I got stuck and I couldn't do anything. But it's kind of crazy that these 2 things can be broken this bad. The fact that Mommy Longlegs can simply be sidestepped in the final moment of the chase is just incredible. But I hope you enjoyed these 6 different ways that you can break the Mommy Longlegs chase scene in Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. Subscribe right now if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 content. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers!